Could the European Union's enlargement policy be at a crossroad? On Wednesday, the European Commission presented its annual progress report on candidate countries. But the publication comes after two elections in Moldova and Georgia, which have upset the political momentum seen since Russia's invasion of Ukraine. The former said yes to Europe, but by a narrow margin of 50.4%. The Georgians, on the other hand, have kept a party in power that has adopted laws inspired by Russia. This has raised questions about the attractiveness of the European project.
30 seconds, but like this I can do more for the web. That's also
the European Union definitely has a lot of credibility, particularly in Georgia, and this is what the people choose for their future. It's not about the credibility of the EU, it's about the current government that is really taking their choice away from the Georgian people. In Moldova, the situation is a little bit different because Moldovans are very poor currently, and they have been the victims of all the manipulation from Kremlin, including increased prices, inflation, and they're just really vulnerable to that.
With allegations of interference from Russia in two elections, questions are also being raised about the EU's ability to be a political alternative and a guarantor of security and stability. This analyst believes that in order to strengthen their credibility, the 27 member states must no longer delay enlargement.
I don't think any of these countries are looking towards Moscow. I mean, that train left the station a very long time ago. I mean, Moscow remains a huge threat to the entire region and to the EU. But the EU really needs to stick to the commitment that it made, not just for the sake of the candidates and its own security, but also for its credibility as a geopolitical actor.
Observers like Amanda Paul are calling on the EU to support reforms and the defence of democratic values among the candidates for accession in order to bind them more closely to the European project. If the European response is insufficient, they say Russia could strengthen its influence in these territories.